So around 7:49 p.m., 4th District officers were dispatched to the 3400 block of Janet Road. When the first officer arrived, he encountered an adult male who was armed with an object. That officer gave the subject multiple commands to drop the object. The individual did not comply with the officer's commands. That individual approached the officer along with other victims who he had allegedly assaulted before officers arrived. The officer then fired at the individual and he was shot on scene. Officers provided medical aid to the individual until fire rescue responded, and that individual was pronounced dead on scene. I don't have an age. Right now, everything is still very early. It's very preliminary. I don't have an age. We will not be releasing a name right now. We do have the Maryland Attorney General's Independent Investigations Division on scene, and we will be handing it over to them. Per Maryland law, with any officer-involved shooting, the Maryland Attorney General's Office, Independent Investigations Division, will handle all media inquiries, and they will release body-worn video as well as the name of the officer involved and the name of the victim. Any questions?
Can you tell us what the initial call was for?
An assault in progress. So from my understanding is that the individual had allegedly assaulted people in the neighborhood.
Tonight, or was this an ongoing?
This happened around 7:49 p.m.
Was there anyone inside of the house that the officer responded to? Because I know you said that he was assaulted.
There were people in the driveway, in the yard.
I know you said you can't identify age, but can you tell us if it's an adult?
It is an adult male.
Okay.
Yes.
Adult male.
Yes.
Did everybody know each other? Did they all know each other?
I'm not able to speak on that. I don't know how they were known to one another.
Sure, can you go back to the call and when officers were responding to an assault in progress? You said that there was a person assaulting people in the neighborhood, and that's when the officer approached the individual, and that's when multiple commands to drop the object. Can you go right before that? So as the officer was approaching the individual, what was happening right there?
The individual was approaching the officer, as well as the victims that he had allegedly assaulted earlier before officers arrived.
How many people did he assault before officers arrived?
I don't have specific numbers. I can say that there were 1 or 2 people. I don't have specific numbers.
You know the type of object he was holding?
Right now, no. It's preliminary. I don't have what type of object he was carrying.
How are the people that were assaulted? Are they okay?
They're physically, there's no life-threatening injuries to those people. Any other questions?
And you said it's the Maryland OAGs?
The Office of the Attorney General, Independent Investigations Division. They are currently on scene, and they will release the name of the officer as well as release any body-worn video following their investigation.
And does the officer go on administrative leave?
Yes, the officer is immediately placed on administrative leave.
Just so to make sure I understand correctly, it sounds like officers were responding to a call about an assault that unfortunately led to an officer-involved shooting, and now we have an adult male who is dead.
Yes.
And then just for logistics here, do we expect any update from you all tomorrow or Monday, or now it's...
We will not be providing any more updates. Per Maryland law, we provide the initial statement, and then after we give you the initial statement, everything will be handed over to the OAG's Independent Investigations Division, and any media inquiries will then be addressed by them.
Perfect.
Did you say how many shots were fired?
No, I did not.
Can you tell us how many shots?
I cannot.
When the officer responded to the scene, was he alone or there were other officers with him?
I don't have that information.
Okay.
And I believe that would be part of the IID's investigation.
Okay.
Anything else?
Just to go.
All right, I'm so sorry for the delay. I was really thinking that they were going to be giving sound, and unfortunately, it's moving forward. It'll just be us.
Hey, just one time in case somebody else come in to pick up the story. Can you say your first and last name and spell it?
First name is Shira, Shiera. Last name Goff, G as in George, O, F as in Frank, F as in Frank. All right, thank you.